Jordan Sutton, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Real quick, because I want to get it out of the way. Former NCIS polygraph examiner.
That's right.
And now owner of the world's newest, latest, and greatest coffee company, Thin Brew Line Coffee.
That's right.
This has been a while coming.
Yep.
Been trying to get on here for a while, schedules and whatnot. Yeah. Here we are.
I've been avoiding you.
Yeah, you've been avoiding me. I chased you down.
Yeah, you got
it. Made you drive over.
I did.
It worked out.
It did. Yeah, it was a lovely drive up here.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's all like back roads mostly, right?
Farmlands too.
Country,
yeah, I
land.
drove by a dairy farm on my way here.
Oh yeah.
And I almost pulled over to like get a little picture with like these cows are like these beautiful dairy cows.
Dairy farms and chicken houses.
Yeah. Yep. Saw a couple of chicken trucks. It's pretty good.
And the beach. That's what we got.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
But we'll go after this. We'll show you real quick before you get out.
All right. Nice.
Real quick, not real quick, as much time as you want, but where are you from? I don't even know where you're from originally.
I'm a Texas native.
You're Texas?
Yeah.
I was just assuming you were like Marylander.
No. My husband is, but yeah, I was born in Central Texas.
Oh.
Born and raised, and then I moved out to the DC area about 10, 11 years ago. And that's when I began working for NSA. So that's why I left Texas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to college between there?
I did, yeah. So I went to Sam Houston State University.
Okay.
And I did their criminal justice program. That's what my bachelor's is in, which was fantastic. I had a great experience doing that. And yeah, here I am now.
Nice. So from college, did you roll into the law enforcement world?
Yeah.
Where did that interest come from?
Okay, so
I'm assuming there's family somewhere in military or law enforcement.
Not at all.
Really?
None.
Okay, that's all right.
No, no one in my family is former or current law enforcement.
Yeah.
We have some service members. On my grandmother's side, all of her brothers served.
Yeah.
And I had a pretty typical upbringing. In high school, I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Yeah.
No clue. And I was just kind of an A/B student, and I love my friends. I was in every extracurricular activity you could imagine under the sun. And then I graduate high school, and then it's like, okay, well, what am I going to do with my life? Yeah. And I had no clue. I knew I should probably go to college, but I don't know what I want to major in. So I went to community college.
Yeah.
That's where I started out, and lived with my mom in Dallas, and waited tables as I was trying to figure out what I need to do. Fortunately, we grew up in church, and so I had that spiritual foundation where if you have an issue, if you have a problem, read your Bible, pray to God, and you'll figure it out. And that's really what I did. I really buckled down and tried to figure out, okay, what is my purpose in life? What am I meant to do? And so I was reading my Bible one night, and I come across Proverbs 28:5. The wicked do not understand justice, but those who seek the Lord understand it completely.
Huh.
And in that moment, I knew exactly what I was meant to do. I was going into law enforcement.
Had you ever thought about law enforcement before? Or was
Never.
just those words just...
I knew it immediately.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man.
It was probably one of the biggest blessings because it just made my path very clear to me.
Yeah.
And I've worked for different agencies over the years, but I've always known what I was meant to do. And so having that clarity at the age of 18 was fantastic. And so then I eventually transferred over to Sam Houston. At the time, it was the fourth best criminal justice program in the nation. And it was a phenomenal school. It was pretty perfect for me. It was small.
Yeah.
Outside of Houston. And so, I think the whole, campus wasn't very big. There were maybe 3 bars
Yeah.
in the whole town
For the whole college.
for the whole college. Yeah, so it made it pretty simple. Like
Yeah.
there was
Where
no
you
like,
going
hey,
tonight?
where are you going tonight? No, everybody goes to
Yeah.
Shenanigans. That's what like the main bar was called. And back in the day, Anyways, I don't want to get too much into the college days, but it was pretty cliche. So I had great professors, and I had a wonderful experience and did really well. And so, fast forward to I come up to the DC area. I worked for NSA for a few years.
Was that your first job in law enforcement?
No. I actually, before NSA, I was working with U.S. probation. So
Okay.
I was a probation officer. I did that for a number of years.
Down in Texas?
Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was wild. I remember first day on the job, they were like, you speak Spanish, right? And I was like, no, not really. And they're like, you better learn.
This federal probation?
Yeah.
Do they did they send you to FLETC for that?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
In Charleston.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. And so I did that for a number of years. And then, like I said, I come up with, take a job with NSA, did that for a few years, then jumped over to NCIS. And,
Yeah.
I think I'm glossing over all
That's
of
all
this,
right.
but
all
yeah,
right.
let me know where you want me to drill down and I will.
Well, so out of that, what was your favorite part of that whole thing? What was great about probation? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it?
Mm. So what a lot of people don't know about federal probation is, it's 2 parts. You're either, supervision or you go into pre-sentence investigations. And I was a pre-sentence investigation officer. So what people don't know is that you become almost like a mini lawyer because you have to know how to research, understand, interpret, apply federal and state statutes, the U.S. sentencing guidelines, and then you also staff your cases with a U.S. district judge.
Yeah.
And you get to have a private conversation, with a U.S. district judge and advocate as to why the defendant should receive this sentence or should they receive probation. And that's an awesome opportunity.
Yeah.
Because essentially they take, that pre-sentence officer takes all the hard work of the agents and they compile all of the, investigative materials and the reports, and they in detail summarize, the instant offense, and then they apply, all sorts of things like the sentencing guidelines and, what the recommendations are for, what the probation officer recommends. And then, you do a deep dive in their criminal history. You go and interview the defendant.
Yeah.
You do a workup of their personal background, finances, education, you name it. It is intense. It is a very writing intensive job. But it's also incredibly rewarding too, because you're in court several times a week. You're also in jail several times a week interviewing defendants.
Yeah.
And you have the privilege to staff cases. And that's something that's an incredible honor, to be able to have a private conversation with the U.S. district judge and advocate.
Yeah.
And what is an appropriate sentence for this defendant. And so and it's immensely stressful because,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
it's not only is it super writing intensive, your deadlines are statutorily driven.
Right.
You
can't miss anything.
There is no
Yeah.
wiggle room at all. So constantly we were all working till 3, 4 in the morning to make our
God.
deadlines. And then, but it was also a variety of casework, a lot of
Yeah.
immigration law, drug trafficking, human trafficking.
So you got a little bit of everything doing that.
Some child pornography cases,
Yeah.
etc. So yeah, you become a mini attorney for sure.
Yeah.
And understanding how to interpret and apply the law too.
How long did you do that for?
About 6 years.
6?
Mm-hmm.
And then you were like, I need a fresh change?
Yeah, well, so at the time, I was engaged to someone that wanted to move to the Washington, D.C. area. Obviously, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
But, that person was just like, all right, obviously you need to find a job there. Okay. And so I just started applying for jobs in the D.C. area. And I remember applying to NSA almost like a joke. Like, oh, yeah, sure. Okay, I'll get this job. And I never heard anything for a while. And then I got a call from a blocked number, something like that, and someone claiming to be as a human resources rep with
Yeah.
the National Security Agency. And I thought it was a joke at first because they ask you to be very discreet about the process as you
Yeah.
start to apply with them. And, I was applying for the position of, I think, a special agent. Um, yeah, special agent counterintelligence investigator. So I went through the process, which was pretty long and arduous. And you got to take, you got to fly up to Maryland. You got to take a
Yeah.
polygraph exam, a psychological exam, and subsequently got the job. Took about a year to get onboarded with them, but that was wild. Working for NSA was a completely different experience.
Did they make you go back through FLETC again, or like a different portion of it, I guess?
They have a different.
Yeah.
They have like an in-house academy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that job?
It was wild. So, working for the intelligence community versus law enforcement or even federal law enforcement is very different.
Yeah.
Because it's very insular.
Mm-hmm.
You go on this compound, you go through so many layers of security. You can't have your cell phone. You're very disconnected from the outside world. I remember my special agent class was phenomenal. Super smart people, really hardworking individuals, and there was a huge chunk of us that were friends my entire time at NSA, and then even still after. And in fact, a few of the girls I ended up living with as roommates for a while.
Okay, cool.
Which was perfect because we understood the culture, and it really is. It is a different culture because imagine you get to do really cool things, but you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
Yeah, you can't go out to dinner with your buddies, and then it's like,
hey, how was your day?
Yeah, you can't tell me anything.
I wish I could tell you, but I can't.
Yeah.
And you can speak in generalities, of course.
Right.
It's nothing super
But
secret.
you can't like vent anything or anything really.
No, and so that's why you become really close
Yeah.
with your coworkers for sure. And so at NSA, I worked in personnel security investigations, and that was really interesting. And then I started getting hounded for polygraph to segue over into the polygraph division actually as soon as I went to special agent class. And I said no for a while because I didn't like my first polygraph experience. It was not comfortable.
Yeah, they're not comfortable.
No, and I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. So I said no for about a year. Then finally, I got worn down, and I said, all right, maybe. And then by the end of that day, I had a meeting with, I think their I don't know, deputy division chief, something like that. And it was only a few months after that I was off to
So you just said
school.
maybe. They're like, yeah, she's in.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, Jess.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's hard to get people to sign up for it because polygraph school.
It's a commitment.
It is a commitment, and it's one of the most difficult training programs out there because you're taking master level courses in anatomy and physiology, psychology.
Yeah.
And so the academic portion is very challenging, and it is one of those schools that you can't take lightly at all. You'll wash out, and it's
Does it have like a high washout rate?
It has changed over the years.
Yeah.
I have thoughts about that, but I'll reserve those. Yes, I can't speak current. I think I can even speak to current. Yes, people fail every single class.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have, where I worked at, we didn't have polygraph examiner. Well, I guess it's the same thing. I don't know. We had voice stress analyzer.
Yeah.
We used that where I worked at.
Yeah. How did that go?
I mean, I was tomato to me. You know what I mean? I was like, whatever, dude. I wasn't an examiner, so they used it on like criminal investigations mostly, and some applicants, but
yeah,
I couldn't tell you the difference between one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I never took it.
No.
I just know they used it on people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've never used that.
no, no experience with that one.
I do not have any experience. We don't use that in the federal system.
Yeah. I don't know any other agencies that use it either. I think I'm the only one that we knew of when we had it.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any experience with it myself. When I took a polygraph, I just took regular polygraph when I was an applicant at places and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think the voice stress was a little different, I guess. I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess it measures like your vocal tones and I don't know, kinds of crazy shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know much about it. I didn't know if you knew anything about it.
I've heard some about it, but I don't want to speak too much to it just because I'm a little ignorant about it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to offer any opinions
Yeah,
that
yeah,
might,
yeah,
if I had a little bit more hands-on experience, I might have a different
yeah,
opinion there. But there's some interesting technology
yeah,
in the pipeline that's long overdue, if you ask me.
yeah,
But um, machine learning capabilities, voice mapping, um, some thermal technology too.
yeah,
But hopefully they can start implementing that in the coming years.
yeah.
We'll see.
Did you do like what kind of investigations did you do? Did you do like criminal and like hirees, or just no, just criminal stuff?
For NSA,
Yeah.
we did pre-employment
Okay.
screening,
Yeah.
polygraph exams, and then we did a periodic polygraph exam. So people who are already in access
Yeah.
that require a polygraph every, whether 5 to 10 years, it just depended on their job, or maybe they needed access to a different program
Gotcha.
that required a polygraph or a new polygraph.
Yeah. For like security clearance positions and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
And how long did you do that for them?
So for NSA, I was an examiner there for a little over a year, but it felt like a lifetime. It did. It was super
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
The volume of work is immense.
Just nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's but I'll tell you this, it was an incredible honor to be a polygraph examiner there, because every day it felt like for me, it felt like I was showing up to a movie set.
Yeah.
The examiners that worked within my branch were wicked, smart, super talented. I mean, there could have easily have been a TV show about, my time spent there. There never should be, but my boss was super awesome. He, Andy, I won't say his last name. He may not want me to share that,
Yeah.
but Andy was awesome. He really pushed me to my limits as far as how good could I be. And he always said, get good fast. That's how
Yeah.
you'll survive.
Yeah.
And it
It's good.
really is, because we all worked about at least, 12-hour days,
Yeah.
easy. And then weekends sometimes too. But it was some incredible work.
So you came to like it then, the polygraphing.
I absolutely love,
Yeah.
second to what I'm doing right now, I love being a
Yeah.
polygraph examiner. It's like drugs to me.
Really?
I've never done hard drugs before,
What is it about
but it
that
is the
grabs you? Is it
equivalent.
like the technique and like questioning people?
So every day it's something different. You have no idea what you're about to walk in,
Yeah.
or you have no idea what you're about to walk into. You have no idea what that person might be hiding. And if it's something that's preventing them from being successful on the exam, it's your job to figure out what that is. And so the stakes are super high, because we're talking about safeguarding national security,
Right.
or potentially exonerating the innocent person if it's a criminal exam, or bringing justice to a victim. If victims are children, or maybe a female who's sexually assaulted, and the case agents lack information to bring closure to the case, you are typically the last line of defense to find resolution for that case. So the pressure's on.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's thrilling, because you have to be a master of your craft in order to be successful. And, I always was and still am focused on what could I do better? How could I hone in my technique? What are some of my friends who are very successful examiners? What are they doing? What techniques are they employing in the room that are good for them? For me personally, I don't love paperwork.
Yeah.
So polygraph is the perfect job for me.
Not much paperwork with it?
Not at all.
Really?
Nope. Mm-mm.
I guess it all just sinks into your system and
Yeah,
there it is.
if we have to talk about something significant
Yeah,
or
right.
relevant, yeah, well, depends on what we consider relevant, but we'll have to report it up. But yeah, it's just such a thrill. And
Yeah.
the work I did over at NCIS, where I did more criminal work, that was very rewarding.
And that's where you went. What got you from there to NCIS?
At NSA, there's a typical shelf life for examiners right at about the 4-year mark.
They rotate them?
Yeah, they push you out to another discipline within security, because the burnout rate is super high. And which I agree with. I don't think a polygraph examiner operating at that high level of
Yeah.
work productivity should be on any longer past 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
because it is a very mentally taxing job, and it's very stressful too. So the burnout rate is pretty high. Um, so I love polygraph. I wanted to keep doing it, and so I didn't want to stick around and wait for for everyone to like push me off into
Yeah.
another division at NSA that I didn't really want to do. So I had a buddy that I went through NCIS, or actually I had a friend that I went through polygraph school with, and I had stayed in contact with him, and he always had a really, great experience at NCIS and had favorable things to say about their program, and so gave it a shot and made the jump over to NCIS.
Right into polygraph?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and assume you probably like that a lot better on that end because you're doing more criminal.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
What'd you like about that?
Hmm.
The cat and mouse of
Yeah.
that guy?
I love, so first of all, it was definitely a healthier
Yeah.
pace.
More in-depth
workload.
cases?
Yeah, well, more flexible work schedule,
Okay.
definitely more family friendly. You're not in a skiff, so at least I didn't work in a skiff. So actually, no, I take that back. I did for parts of it, but we did have a lot more criminal work, and being able to work on those cases was just immensely rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
yeah, and I had some great friends that I got to work side saddle with, and
Yeah.
running an exam with one of your best friends,
Yeah.
and you've got somebody that's accused of a heinous crime, and they do bad on the exam, and you secure the confession with your best friend. Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome,
It's pretty cool.
and it's so rewarding.
Do you guys take cases from like other federal agencies? Is that where like FBI or marshals or whatever it may be?
So NCIS has its own criminal division,
Right.
and so they're working. So the nexus has
So
to
it's
be.
just their cases they do.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
So it's either Navy or Marine Corps service member or dependent,
Mm-hmm.
or there has to be some sort of nexus
Gotcha.
involved with the Navy or Marine Corps.
Okay, so it's got to be military or government employee base, I guess.
But it has to have that nexus,
Right. Okay.
or yeah. So there's definitely limitations there,
Okay, I
because
see.
it's a military
Yeah.
organization. So the posse comitatus comes into play, where we're not allowed to investigate certain crimes. And I don't want to go too far into that, because I could see that potentially changing in a good way.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the main
Yeah.
parameters.
You might not be able to answer this, but do you have like, without great detail, probably, do you have like a case that stands out that you really remember well, that you're like, either it felt really good to do that one, or maybe it like didn't feel good, like something was wrong with it? Like a memorable one that sits with you?
Yeah, I've got a few. So here's where I'm at with that.
Okay.
So yes, I do have some, but I'm still connected to the polygraph community.
Gotcha.
And I still run exams part-time.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it would be best practice to be a little discreet about some of that information.
Yep, I gotcha. I don't blame you.
Yeah, but maybe one day we can
Yeah.
circle back, and I can tell some more stories. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like, polygraph is just a mixed bag of tricks. You never know what you're gonna get. Your customer is always changing. The generational norms are always changing.
Yeah.
The way people communicate or can't communicate, or you've got more neurodivergent folks in the workforce these days, and so you have to learn how to be a master communicator. But I think, in short, anybody that's aspiring to be a polygraph examiner, I think that people should want to be the examiner that, okay, if I had to take a polygraph exam, I would want to be my examiner.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
So if you're not, if the answer is no, then move on, find another discipline.
So How many years did you do that with them for? NCIS?
About 6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where I get interested.
Yeah.
Where, when, and how did coffee come into
It's a good story. So I was at the height of my career with NCIS.
Yeah.
I had the best week of my career. I mean, just to give you a little bit of background, I was TDY down to Virginia Beach,
Okay.
ironically of all places. And I remember rolling in. I was down there for just one case in particular, but it ended up just blowing up into all these other cases. I remember there was an arson case over the weekend. And so I roll in and provide assistance with that. And I get to work with one of my best friends, David, who's also an examiner. And, I as soon as I get in off the road from DC, I would come into the office and it's just like a movie set. There's NCIS special agents everywhere. And David's in the room and, this guy had failed the exam and was accused of intentionally setting a fire aboard a MEU. And, he was getting after it. And subsequently, got the confession. And it's just so rewarding to see one of your friends just like getting after it. And so then the next day, and then I had to provide a little bit of assistance that day too. The next day I attempted to run an exam on one of the co-conspirators as well. And then the following day we had our big case. And, this is the one that I'm like decided on as to how much and what if to say at this point. Because I think this is one of those cases that could absolutely be a Netflix docuseries. And I've got some strong opinions about it still lingering, but the subject was a commander with the Navy. He was a psychologist and accused of solicitation of a minor. And without getting into any details, he takes the exam. He consents to take the exam and doesn't do well. And we end up uncovering some pretty dark things, some pretty heinous crimes that he was involved in. And, it was just surface level, the solicitation allegation, and there was much more to it. And, he's still in jail. He'll be there for a long time, fortunately. Anyway, so, it was an incredible case, TJ. I'll tell you more offline, but I remember going to dinner with David that night.
So this is probably your most memorable case you've had.
Yeah, it is. Hands down. So I go to dinner with David and his wife, Emily, that night. And I can't help myself. I don't care what kind of success we had.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I should have said this, or we could have done that. Could we have pushed harder? What could we have done better? And, I remember Emily saying, just be happy. Like, you guys did great. Like, just be satisfied.
Take the W. Take the W, yeah.
And, but I was always obsessed with doing better.
Yeah.
But I remember looking at David and saying, that we peaked, right? Like, dead serious.
Yeah,
dead serious. I was like, it's never going to get better than this. To work a case that awesome, that successful with one of your best friends, that was a home run.
Yeah.
And I knew it that night, like, we peaked. Well, it'll never get better than what we just experienced that day. And the next day I had another case, same thing, great success on that one. And then I remember, now here's where we get into the coffee thing, okay? Like, I'm coming off of like the best week of my career. Like, it's just a home run of a week. And the SSA at the time comes into our office, and I'm packing up my gear, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready to hit the road. He was like, hey, we got another one. You got, and I was like, hey, let's go. Like, we're on a roll here. Let's just go out there. So we go out to Chesapeake Police Department, and it was a similar ICAC situation. And I remember when I walked into that department, there was something very special about this department. The officers were incredible, just very kind, warm, open. And I remember asking, hey, where's your break room? I just need to toss my lunch bag in the fridge. And they're, oh, okay, just around the corner. So I go in there and I'm just like, okay, all right. And, the op subsequently got canceled, but I left that day thinking, I would love to start a foundation that remodels break rooms for
Yeah.
police and fire departments that lack the budgetary resources to do so.
Was it just tiny, like run down, that much to it?
It wasn't that bad. I've worked in worse. And that's probably, I'm not trying to like be rude or anything, but I'm not at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But it just, it could use improvement and updating and better seating, better storage. And that's important to me because I've worked in so many offices where we either didn't have a break room or I've worked in, I've seen break rooms that have rat traps, cockroach traps, you name it.
Yeah.
And that's such an important space because that's where, as first responders, we get an opportunity to gather together in a safe space. We're off the streets, away from the desk.
Yep.
Enjoy that camaraderie, have a cup of coffee, eat your lunch, whatever. And so, so I left that day with that in mind. And so a couple months go by and I could never kick it. Like, how would I get money to start this foundation? And then one day it just hits me. I'll start a coffee company.
Were you into coffee at all? Like, were you just like normal coffee
I liked
drinker?
it. Yeah. I was a normal coffee drinker.
Yeah.
I had zero, and truly the inspiration came from God. I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Because I was happy as a clam.
Yeah.
Doing what I was doing with NCIS. Happy as a clam. I had no aspirations to go into business. No desire to start a coffee company. I don't know anything about coffee. I don't know anything about business. that was just never on my mind.
Yeah.
But truly, it was just like, this idea got dumped in my head. I'll start a coffee company. And from that moment, it's just, I've never questioned that new purpose in my life. And so with the coffee company, it's the perfect vehicle to generate funds for the foundation.
Yeah.
And it's, it's been a grind, but
pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended. But it's super rewarding. Like it's not easy. It is not easy.
No, I wouldn't think so.
No,
there's a lot. To
I mean, you've been with me since the very beginning. So you have been and thank you for being such an incredible supporter of my company. Like that means the world to me.
Of course, yeah.
But I think we're very lucky to be in this circle of new business owners that we're all first responders. And so we're all kind of figuring out this journey together, and we're really lucky to have each other because I don't know about you, but I've had some kind of higher level conversations with, corporate folks who, kind of steamroll you with their terminology and their vernacular. And it's like, and their figures and their stats. And you're just like,
yeah, I don't even know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, are you speaking English?
It's like a whole nother fucking language.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Same thing. I'm same thing.
Yeah.
It's just wild. Like you just like boom, flip it onto the next path. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because the way I feel about my life is it doesn't belong to me.
Yeah.
I'm here to serve and I'm here to do whatever I believe that God is leading me to do. And so how wonderful I got a chance to experience this fantastic career over 15 years in law enforcement. And I had so many different experiences and got to do some really great work. But now I have a new purpose and it's time to get back to work and be a master of that.
What was your first step in starting it? How long did it take from from the light bulb went off? It was like, we're rolling.
Probably 8 months.
Really?
Yeah, because when the inspiration struck first, my strategy in that moment was like, whoa, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And at some point...
That's a huge life change.
Yeah. At some point, I'm going to have to make the transition to where I do this full time.
Yeah.
So one, I have to come to grips with that reality. But second, I really need to make sure that this is the right path for me. So I took the first month or two, and I do recommend this for everybody. When you get like a big idea like this, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Think about it, pray about it, just really meditate on it for a good amount of time. Yeah, because you need to decide for yourself.
Without outside pressure.
Exactly. Because people are so quick to squash those seedling ideas because they're afraid for you to fail. They don't want you to be disappointed. They don't want you to be hurt.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to have tremendous self-belief or you are not going to survive. So I took the next month or two and really firmed up like, okay, this is exactly what I'm doing. And then the next step starts with my husband. All
That's
right.
just great. That was my next question.
I gotta rope him into.
That was my next question. Was he like, you want to what?
So TJ, when I pitched it to Greg, the language matters.
Yeah.
Right. I never said, hey, I think I want to do this, or hey, I've got this crazy idea. I never spoke loosely. I spoke, with the confidence that I already knew inside myself because I took the time to
You spoke with
really,
intent.
absolutely. And so I said, hey, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And he just looked at me and he was like, yep, love it.
That's awesome.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Like he had just as much confidence as I did. And so, but then I still kept it quiet for a while. Because then I wanted to get the legal process started. And so my strategy was, okay, I got to secure the LLC. Let's start with the trademark process. Let me get the foundation underway before I start coming out, publicly or, online or anything like that to talk about this idea that I have. And so to go back to your original question, like how long did it take? I would say, the legwork was about 8 to 10 months before we are actually selling coffee.
Yeah, because I'm sure it took a while to figure out the coffee, like
Mm-hmm.
where you sourced it and all those kinds of things.
Exactly. So, funnily enough, so I knew that I wanted to go with private label because that was just the safest strategy for me to test my brand, and little overhead as well. And so I tried a bunch of different roasters all around the country. And, there were a couple that didn't want to work with me because this was going to be a first responder focused company.
Really?
Yes.
They
Like
weren't even doing
we were on the home stretch of shoring things up. And then they learned, the owners of the company learned a little bit more about Thin Brew Line and what it really stood for. And all of a sudden, mysteriously, they
Stop communication.
they just declined to do any more business. Their reps would tell me like, hey, you know what? I talked to our owner and we decided it's just not a good fit for us.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. But that's that's all right.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, but that's their choice.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to do business with somebody who doesn't want you. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? 'Cause what are they going to be giving you?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. But settle on a roaster that I absolutely love and adore and very supportive of our cause. And then we start with, okay, what are these bags going to look like?
Yeah.
So I was really fortunate that I just felt like God just kind of downloaded the master plan in like a couple of hours. And so I'm just like furiously writing notes, like all the names of the bags. I had that like in a couple of hours. I've got a list of like 30 names. Yeah, at least,
awesome.
at least probably more than that.
Yeah.
And so then the design of the bags, that's something that I really focused on
Yeah.
because as first responders, we are, and I'm not trying to broad brush it, but in general,
Yeah.
we're pretty visual creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted these bags to be very eye catching and reminiscent of the culture,
Yeah.
whether it's law enforcement or the fire service. And so what I absolutely love about I have a lot of pride about the bags because, the idea and the inspiration started with me and the sketches and every single side of the bag. And so like, yeah, I can even speak to, yeah. Okay. So, so the fire service. So I'm so sorry. I'm so proud of these bags.
That's the newest one, right?
Yeah. This is one of the newer
Yeah,
ones,
yeah.
Firehouse Fuel. So, when I think of the fire service, right, I want a bag that has these beautiful yellow, orange, red tones that if you're walking down the aisle of a grocery store and you see our bag,
It's popping.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to stand out on a shelf.
Yeah.
And so I don't know anything about the fire service, but Brandon Fetty,
Yeah.
we started Inside the Line podcast together, and I got with him. I was like, hey, do your worst. Here are my ideas. What do you like? What do you not like? And so he tore me up on the first design because we had the wrong
Did you do a lot with
helmet.
the design yourself?
Yes, and
Yeah.
then I work with a designer.
Yeah.
And he and I go back and forth, and it takes months
Oh yeah.
to finalize these bags. And so I had Brandon farm out our sketches and our rough drafts to all the firefighters in his department. And I said, just give me feedback. And I need you to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
And it was some brutal feedback, and I love it.
That's good.
I can
Yeah.
handle it.
Yeah.
And so everything from the way the uniforms appear, you know, the
Small
helmets, the
little details.
oxygen tank,
Yeah.
reflective bands, all of that is taken into account when designing these bags because they have to be authentic
Right.
to the sect that we're honoring. You know, just like Peacemaker, that's easy. Like you and I can,
Yeah.
we could do that blindfolded. We don't have to talk too much about, you know,
Yeah.
what a cruiser looks like. But Dispatch Delight, I'm not very well versed in the dispatcher culture,
Yeah.
but consulted with some of them, and so it goes on and on and on. But yeah, these bags, like TJ, like just Firehouse
cool.
Fuel and
Yeah.
Dispatch, these two took probably about 4 or 5 months
Really?
each to be designed. Yeah,
I like the flashbang too.
I know you do. Yeah, I love flashbang too. Yeah, you should have seen my sketch for that one.
Yeah,
That
the
was-
bag's cool. I like the bag.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's just wild. Like, it's wild where it's like crazy, cool, impressive. Where it's just like, you know what? I'm going a whole different path now and just jumping on it.
Yeah.
I think that's really freaking cool, man.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy when you just. So I'm actually like I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to pontificate or get too pious. That is not me at all.
Yeah, yeah,
But when you make the decision, are you going to serve God and just follow His lead?
yeah.
If you can say yes to that, everything is so easy.
Falls in place for you.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I would agree with that.
I've got stories for days about how some incredible doors have opened
Yeah,
for us through the coffee company, through the foundation. That I just, yeah, like I could be here for hours talking. in
you've been
depth.
traveling a lot with it. You've been to TAC
Mhm.
Ops, a couple of TAC
Yeah.
Ops.
Do you remember when we met at TAC Ops?
It was
in
DC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember what you guys did to me?
Put you up in front of everybody. I think Kyle and Mark were teaching their class. Or they just come up now.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I hated you guys for it too. Yeah. So it
It worked out good.
You, Colby, and Kyle, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Colby got you in on that one.
Yeah.
Where'd you link up with him at?
Instagram.
Was that what it was?
So I should be the poster child for Instagram. I love Instagram. I've had a chance to meet some of the most incredible people
That's
that
a
have
fact.
helped
Me
me
too. Yeah.
build my business like through Instagram.
Yeah.
So ironically enough, this is how Colby and I connected. I was at the time I was still employed for NCIS, and I was in a leadership position. And I was super busy, but still chipping away at growing and creating the business.
Yeah.
And I needed a social media manager, somebody that could handle my photography, videography, social media management. I didn't have the time for it.
Yeah.
So I need to find someone that I trust, that understands the police culture, and I can just hand this off to them and they can take care of it. In my feed on Instagram, I kept seeing this video of, you know, a nighttime traffic stop that I think turned into an arrest. And it's from the perspective of the videographer. And, you know, it's raw, but it's very polished. And it kept popping up. And I was like, man, this is a really unique take on the perspective of policing today. It's modern. It's like, there's something about this video that really stands out to me. And I kept seeing it and kept seeing it and kept seeing it, kept seeing it. And then I click on it, Frontside Creative comes up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let me start following these guys and let me track their content. Do I like what they're doing? I love their aesthetic. And then this is what did it for me. Colby brought in Lauren, his wife, to be a social media manager. And he took a headshot of her and he posted on Instagram. And when I know this sounds so creepy and weird, but when I saw her face, she just had this beautiful smile, and I could just tell that she was a very joyous person.
Yeah.
And I said, if this guy's smart enough to marry this woman, I want to work with him.
That's crazy.
Yes. And so he and I still do stuff together. And he's been with me since the very beginning.
That's cool. Yeah, he's the one that introduced us.
Yeah.
He messaged me on Instagram. Hey, got this girl starting a coffee company. I know you post coffee in the morning. you think you could post some of her coffee? I was like, yeah, man, send it out. I'll try it.
Yeah.
And then I got it. And I was like, damn, I got to get some more of this. I get some more of this coffee.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. I
Yeah.
think the first one I got was, I think you sent me Peacemaker and
Probably.
Flashbang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And you still like it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not complaining about it. I'm not complaining about it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so the goal right now is to well, I mean, we got a lot of goals. It's nuts.
Well, that was the question I was going to have is where are we going from here?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
All right. So a couple of things, actually several things. Well, the hope was to open our own roastery in 2027 down in Virginia Beach.
That was another question I had.
Yes.
Hitting them.
Yeah.
Good.
But it is quite possible that we're going to move up the timeline on that. So it may be,
Yeah.
next year. The earliest mid next year.
Yeah.
But some things need to fall into place, and but we'll see. But that's one of the next steps, and then getting the 501c3 registered. That's still pending with the IRS.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, but we've already met some incredible people that are interested in partnering with us for the foundation, and
Oh, great. Yeah.
yep. I've got some good friends in our world and in
Yeah.
our industry too that want to be advocates for it. So really lucky with that. So I guess that's one of the many goals. But I can tell you this, and something I failed to mention earlier.
Yeah.
So the foundation will be remodeling break rooms for these departments, like I mentioned.
That's great.
The first
Yeah.
department is going to be the 3rd Precinct at Chesapeake Police Department.
Did they know that?
Absolutely.
That's so cool, man.
It's that very
Yeah.
break room
Where it all started.
that started the inspiration.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Stock it with some coffee.
Yeah, plan on it.
That's
a
so
year.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I haven't told him that, but yeah.
So how's that going to work with the foundation? Are you going to like, you'll take like applications from places?
It won't be hard to
Yeah.
get solicit interest. I've already
Yeah.
had people
Reach
approach
out.
me about,
Yeah.
okay, what about our break room? There will absolutely be an evaluation process
Yeah.
that goes into that because we can't redo everybody's break room
Yeah.
clearly. So there have to be some certain components there, such as,
Meet
lack
certain-
of financial resources, the need of the department, and then long term. I mean, we don't want to select a department that's going to downsize
Yeah.
or close up shop.
Yeah. They're getting a new building and you're putting in all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's gonna be great.
I'm excited. I'm excited to come down for the grand opening.
I hope so. I hope you'll be there.
Oh, I'm going to be there. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be there. That's for sure. Me and Fat Cat, we're going to come on down.
Oh, where is that guy? God,
Yeah.
I
You got to meet
love-
him today, finally.
He is. I couldn't have hoped for a better introduction.
Yeah. He has
Yeah.
bandana on.
Oh, he looks so cute.
Yeah. He was ready.
Yeah, I mean, God, what
Yeah.
a star. That cat
He
is
is
a
a star.
celebrity.
For those listening, I have a orange cat. Amanda had to have him.
Good.
And he is every bit of 28, 29 pounds. He's huge.
He's ginormous.
He's ginormous.
Yeah. But he's wonderful. I can tell he has a sweet soul.
Oh, yeah. He's gentle as could be until about 4 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. He's like, why are you sleeping? It's time to get up. And then he's jumping on your face.
Can he jump?
Oh, he's got some leaps.
Really?
Oh, man. Yeah. Fat cat can jump. You don't
How-
like it.
How high?
I mean, when you came in the house on the right, there was that little bar area.
Uh-huh.
He jumps up there all day. That's where he lays out all day.
That's impressive.
Pretty high.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can move. He got strong legs.
I guess so.
But he'll jump on the bed in the middle of the night and just like jump on your face. Like, are you going to get up? And I'm like, bro, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Cats are terrorists.
He is a terrorist. He is
I don't
very
know.
much
My cat
terrorist.
could probably give Fat Cat a run for his money.
Is your cat big?
No,
No?
she's
Just
normal
feisty.
size. Yeah, she's just, I don't know. I don't know what kind of demon has possessed that cat. She's ordinarily completely fine and
Yeah.
nice around Greg and I, but I mentioned this the other day online. Like, she's attacked the last 3 cat sitters that we've had.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And it's so bizarre that we were like, I don't know about this. Like, are you sure? But yeah, quite viciously.
Wow.
Yeah, like blood. Like drawing like massive amounts of blood. Like she scratched the first cat sitter's face.
Oh no, Fat Cat hasn't attacked anybody. He's bitten me a couple times when like he's with me, and then the dog comes around because he hates the dog.
Yeah.
So like out of fear, he'll like scratch or bite or something.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, like he's whatever.
I kind of want another one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm good with the one.
But I want this cat to be social
Yeah.
and like be able to like go with me places. I want to walk it on a leash. Is that crazy?
No, it's awesome.
Like
I think Amanda. So here's the funny thing: Amanda put a harness on Fat Cat
good.
and tried to take him out for a walk. She's done this a few times, and then he just lays there, like doesn't move. He like doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to do,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't work.
Have you ever tried putting him in one of those kitty backpacks?
We haven't tried that. Amanda has mentioned that, but I'm like that would be like going for a ruck. He's 30 pounds.
That's perfect.
Then
that
she
is
thought, well, we will get a stroller for him. I'm like, I'm not being that dude that pushes a stroller with a cat. I just can't do it.
She could do it. Will she do it?
Oh, she 100% do it. Yeah, she would 100% do it.
Mm.
He doesn't run off either. Like we'll take him outside and brush him, like on the back patio.
Yeah.
Never goes anywhere. He's a guy too good here. He's a rescue. He ain't going nowhere. We rescued him from a chicken farm.
Rose is a rescue too.
Really? Yeah, he ain't going nowhere, man. He's happy as could be.
Yeah.
Until the dog comes around and then he's like, "God, get away from me."
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got a good life here.
Ah, he's spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
He's got thin blue line bandana. He's got everything, man.
We got to get a picture with this guy later.
We will. We'll get him in here. Maybe we'll bring him in here and get a picture of him with the bags.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah. So the coffee shop's coming. The foundation's working out good.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Lots of good things. It's you know, it's a every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day. Brandon and I talk about this quite frequently. Actually, there are a couple other guys that are, fortunately, like in this circle of young founders. We work every single day.
Yeah.
It is not easy. A lot of people outwardly think, "Oh, you guys are killing it. Like,
Yeah.
you're doing great," and we're definitely making strides, and we're having our successes for sure.
Yeah.
But people don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah. People see the social media side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They see the social media. They see the website. They're like, oh, everything looks great. I'm like, it looks great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on back here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
but
good. Super
zero
exciting, man.
regrets. Zero regrets.
No?
No, none.
That's good, man.
I would not change it at
Yeah.
all. Mm-mm.
Oh, it's like Amanda says this all the time. Like everything's a season, right?
Absolutely.
We have our seasons in life, and that's a season,
Yeah.
right? The law enforcement side was a season. Just like for me, it's over.
Yeah.
Now it's on to the next season. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I never looked at things that way until a few years ago when I retired, and I was like, oh, God, I gotta retire.
Yeah.
And then she was like, it's a season, and I was like, you're right, it's a season, man.
What kind of season are you in right now?
I'm still in that season where I'm transitioning from law enforcement, figuring things out. Sometimes seasons last a little longer.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like me, I've tried a few things. I just refuse to go back to like a 9 to 5. I just don't want to do it. I don't have to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of like, I'm in a fortunate situation where I don't have to rush into something I don't want to do. I can take my time, figure out what I like, what I don't like, trying a podcast.
Yeah.
Like this is a fun experiment here. I never
Absolutely.
thought I would do something like this. And then one day I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to
Yeah.
buy some stuff and put it up and we'll learn as we go. And that's what we've been doing, learning as we go, so.
Are you enjoying it though, the journey?
Oh man, yeah. Like sitting here talking to different people all the time.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I like about this is everyone was like, oh, you should do a law enforcement podcast. I'm like, I don't want to handcuff myself to like one group of people. I want to bring everybody in and talk to people from all walks of life.
Right.
That's been the coolest part about it. Because it's like, I don't know about you. Well, yeah, I mean, you've talked about it earlier. Like for me, like as cops, like we kind of group ourselves in that category. We work with each other all day. We hang out with each other outside of work because nobody understands us except for us. I didn't want to live like that anymore. I wanted to be a little, for the lack of a better term, I wanted to be normal.
Yeah.
What's normal, but
I get that.
that's what I like about bringing other people on. Seeing how other people have navigated their lives, what they've done right, what they've done wrong.
What
you can learn a lot sitting here as a host.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
What you probably don't realize is how inspirational you are. I've had a couple of people reach out to me, and they're still federal employees, but they said like, I like what you're doing, and I think that's cool that
Yeah.
you didn't hesitate to leave, or you went into business and you kind of lacked some experience doing that. And I don't know about, I've never worked in any other job field other than law enforcement,
Yeah.
but I can tell you, and I think you can agree with me on this, that for whatever reason, we in law enforcement get really narrow-minded about our potential.
Very much.
And
I'm very guilty of
we
that.
have absolutely got to break that
Yeah.
mindset, because, I'm having those self-limiting beliefs like, well, who else is going to pay me what I'm making right now?
Yeah.
What other skills do I have? What education
Yeah.
do I have where I could go and do different types of jobs? And my answer to that is, you have the best skill,
Yeah.
being a great communicator.
Yeah.
If you can be a good communicator, you can do any job in the world.
Yeah, I was there.
Maybe,
when I left.
might be a surgeon or something.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Or
that.
engineer.
But I was there where it was like, this is all I know. This is what I do. This is what I've done from the time I was 18, and now today I'm 43. I'm like, I don't know anything else. But you don't know it until you try it. You got to, it's learn as you go, man.
Yeah.
So learn how to do a podcast, learn how to be a public speaker, learn how to write a book. I never thought I'd write a book. I barely got out of high school. You know what I mean?
And your
here
book
I
is
am.
great.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you a copy at when we met.
Yep.
When we met at TAC
Yep.
Ops. Yeah.
And I read it.
Yeah, thank you.
And because I wanted, because we had you on our podcast, and something that just stands out, and this is just me personally, when people go on podcasts and they keep getting asked the same questions over and over again,
Yeah.
that's kind of a turnoff to me, because you have an opportunity to ask really unique, detailed questions
Yeah.
to learn something special about that person that the last interviewer didn't capture.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to be able to talk to you more in depth about things that you wrote about in the book, because you don't always talk about everything,
Yeah.
because sometimes you're just not asked the right question.
Yeah, it's true.
And so remember some of the things we talked about, we got a
Yeah.
little spicy in there. We were talking about the
Yeah.
reverse.
The reverse walker.
Yeah, the reverse
Yeah.
walker.
Yeah.
And, I love how you wrote your book. I think that, it's fantastic, because it's just no nonsense.
Yeah.
There's no fluff. Like, you get right to it, and it's just bold. It's bold writing.
Yeah, thank you.
And, I think the more stories people can share about resiliency, the more inspirational you have that opportunity, because there are a lot of cops that get injured in the line of duty. And that's a dark place to be in when you're on recovery, because all of a sudden, you're the hero for the moment, but then it gets quiet.
Yeah.
And then your family, and like, God bless you, because you were in the rehab center during COVID.
Yeah.
And you couldn't have visitors. So not only, you're absent from your family, you're disconnected from your career, the thing that drives you most, that is all removed now.
Yeah.
And so, but good on you for developing the mental framework to drive through that and pull yourself out of any potential of falling into, this area of depression or self-loathing, because that's, I can imagine, super easy to do. I've sustained some injuries over the years that I was like, I think my career's over.
Yeah.
Like, this is it for me. And, it's, I think, super relatable what you shared in your book. So I just want to
Thanks.
give you a plug.
Yeah.
Like,
I
your
appreciate
book
it.
is
It was,
awesome.
it was tough because, like, this is one of the reasons I wrote the book. We're getting off on me now, but like, I just wanted to give back and help people, because I remember, like, when I was in my recovery, especially like starting out, I was trying to like find people to relate to, like where I could get some advice from.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find cops anywhere, because cops don't talk about anything. The cops don't write books. Cops don't go on podcasts. You can't. So I was, it was military people. You're always seeing somebody on a podcast or writing a book who's in the military.
Yeah.
So that's who I gravitated towards and made contact. Wow, those guys, and got a lot of tips and tricks and some suggestions from guys like that. And that's when I was like, you know what, man, I'm writing a book, because this isn't just me. This happens to cops every day.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to give them an avenue to find help, So that was my main drive in doing it, was just kind of give back a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just we don't see it in our profession because we're all so quiet in what we do and stay out of the public eye as much as we can, you know. So
Yeah, I completely relate to that.
yeah.
The hardest thing for me personally, and you and I have talked about this at length.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprised at how well I feel like I'm pretty comfortable right now, because I I was very adverse to doing any social media work in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
you were. Yeah.
I was very resistant, so much so that I wanted Colby to be the spokesman for the coffee company. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this is awesome. He knows what he's talking about. He's
Yeah.
got a good look. He's comfortable in front of the camera. Like, he can do this.
Yeah.
Everyone can think he's Jordan. I don't care. I just wanted to be the man behind the curtain,
Yeah.
driving
Directing
the
it.
train
Yeah.
and, directing operations and
Yeah.
creative design and all that good stuff. But I I think that really working for NSA hardwired me to be super discreet about my online activities.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
And so, and then even I think the law enforcement culture is, less is more. So the less you're out of the public eye, the safer you are
Mm-hmm.
and the safer your family is.
Yeah.
So I had nothing to gain by having an open social media account or Instagram account
Yeah.
where anyone could go and creep. But, but now that's completely different. And fortunately, I've been educated by, professionals on this type of stuff and content, that it's critical for people to understand the founder and their story and why the company got started,
Mm-hmm.
and which I now have a greater appreciation for. But it was just really challenging for me to get,
Oh
in
yeah. I
front of
mean,
the
even for
camera.
me, like just coming from law enforcement where I came and doing the whole social media thing, I was like, what the hell am I doing, man? Like, I
Yeah.
remember like the first time I ever posted a video, it was like, I showed Amanda, I was like, should I post this? And she was like, I don't care, post it. Like, whatever, man. You know what I mean? It was like that for a while. And then it was just
Yeah.
like, oh, I just post stuff and and you get
Yeah.
better as you go and you get more comfortable.
Yes.
But I'd also started doing public speaking,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of went hand in hand with the social media things. It was just, wasn't something I was comfortable with.
What were you
starting
more
out.
comfortable with, doing social media stuff or public speaking?
Oh man, the social media stuff, because no one's with you, like you're just recording on your phone, like
Mhm.
in your house or wherever.
Yeah.
But the kicker with it was once you put it out there, it's like, oh God, who's watching this? Everybody's watching it,
Yeah.
But I think doing both hand in hand kind of like offset it. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. The public speak thing wasn't bad, and it's what's strange about it for me is the bigger the audience, the more comfortable I felt. Because for me, like when I'm looking out into the audience, I can get lost more if there's more people. Like
Mhm.
my eyes I can lose myself a little more out there, and not have to be like so focused on like a small group in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Everybody's kind of like, really? I'm like, yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
Huh.
I like having bigger gatherings. Like if
Yeah.
it's a room of 1,000 people, I'm like, this is great. If it's a room of like 20, I'm like, oh shit.
See, I'm a weirdo, and this doesn't make sense to me. I don't mind public speaking at all. I
Yeah.
think it's a cheap thrill, actually. And I like staring at people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I will now.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why I do that. I
Yeah.
apologize to anybody who's been creeped out. Like, why am I so weird? I don't know.
Well, it's a connection.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
because like, I'm yeah, I think people show up sometimes and they're just like, oh God,
Yeah.
what's this person gonna rattle on and on about? And I remember I did this speaking event about at one of the colleges in Maryland. I think it was Stevenson University, and it was about building police relationships within the community. And I was invited to speak on the panel, and there were several other professionals from the law enforcement community, and then I think some like psychologists and some like maybe ER nurse, something like that. And they all got up there and they all went on and on. I'm not trying to throw shade, but
Yeah. Yeah.
they talk quite a bit about their bio
Yeah.
at length, and so they go on, and I remember before it all started though, there was this girl I was standing next to, and she was one of the criminal justice students, because it was the criminal justice club that had sponsored the the panel interview or event. And she's like, "Oh no, I lost the back of my lapel pin. That's weird." And now she was looking for it and she couldn't find it, whatever. So we'll call her Kate. And so people start talking, and I'm sitting in the front row, and sure enough, I see the back of this little lapel pin. So the first speaker finishes, and I go and I grab it. And I was like, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, God, what do you want me to do with this? Like, there's something here. And I, again, like, I'm not normal. I didn't prepare anything.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm just going to,
Yeah.
we're just going to riff. Like, I'm going to get up there and just, like, let God, like, speak.
I've done that.
I did not prepare for anything at all. But as I'm hearing everybody else talk, it's starting to come together in my head. And so I get up there and say a few things. And I said, to the criminal justice students, thank you for choosing to go into this field, because it's critical. We need people that are excited about going into the police field. But here's what you need to know is that you can have an awesome background. You can achieve great things. You can close a lot of cases. But the most important thing is really, how do you impact someone on a personal level?
Yeah.
People will remember how you made them feel. And I said, here's one thing I guarantee. Kate, and I look at this girl, Kate will probably not remember everybody's background here today. She probably won't remember most of what we all discussed, but she will remember this. And I hold up the back of her lapel pin. She will remember that I found the back of your lapel pin.
That's great.
I thought it was great. She's probably like, what
good.
A weirdo.
Did anybody laugh?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know. I may have blacked out.
That's great. I love it.
But it's true. Like, it's just something so small that I was just like,
It makes a big difference.
We're going to use this opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
I've told some jokes up there that have really not made it.
Oh.
I've really bombed on a few of them.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
I'm just like, all right, that wasn't funny. I'll just call it out. Like, it wasn't funny. I'll just roll on, keep rolling with it.
What's even better is if you laugh at your joke because it bombs. Like, so you laugh even more when it bombs.
Yeah.
And then it's just really weird.
Yeah, I did that too.
Good. We should do some speaking of things together. I'll be the one person laughing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're not bad, man. They're fun. I enjoy them now. In the beginning, it was like really forcing myself to get out there and do them. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy them a lot now. They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like meeting a lot of people.
Do you have any coming up?
I'm done. Am I done for the year? No, I have a small one coming up in December. I do the local police academies here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I do that. I do those regularly. So I have one of those coming up in December. But other than that, like, all my conferences and everything are done for the year.
Do you leave them with, like, okay, here's the one piece of advice. Like, if you don't remember anything that I have to say today, remember this.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
What is it?
Just be you.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of guys come on this job, man, and they're trying to be something they're not. Like, they're trying to be this, trying to be that. Dude, just be you, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're a human.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like this kind of cop or that kind of cop or this guy or that guy. Just be you who's a cop and do your job, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mike
Wilson's calling me. I'll call you back, buddy. Mike was on the task force with me. But yeah, just be you. I mean, it's not any like super crazy like advice for being like a super good cop or anything. It's just general advice. Just be you, man.
Yeah.
You know, don't let the job overwhelm you and try to change who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it will.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of when I leave. At least the academy guys, I leave them with that. You know, but yeah, that's it this year. Next year, I gotta get some more. I gotta work on getting some more conferences locked in for next year. But this year we're done. We're focusing on this the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's holiday.
So yeah, but what else you got? Anything else coming up?
You
got any other podcasts coming up? This is your first in-person podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Got you out there. Look, you be doing them all the time now. No.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
No. So, I think for events, we're done. We're done
Yeah.
for the rest of the year.
You
We're-
did quite a bit of traveling with the coffee this year,
we
didn't
did,
you?
yeah.
Yeah.
And but next year is going to be super busy. We've
Yeah.
got I think in February down in Virginia Beach, we've got the Virginia Fire Chiefs Conference, and that's going to be in Virginia Beach. Hopefully, I said that right. And then we've got SHOT Show in January.
Oh, are you going to SHOT Show?
Yeah,
Nice.
mhm.
I've never been.
Yeah, you should come.
Maybe I will.
I'll throw a Thin Blue Line T-shirt on you, and you can just be the rep.
I got one, but I'll take another one.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then we've got FDIC in, I think that's April in Indiana. I think there's something maybe down in Orlando. Police chiefs.
Yeah, you got quite a few coming.
Yeah.
You going TAC Ops again or anything?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. DC.
Yeah.
That's easy.
It's
for
easy.
me.
It's right there for you.
Super easy.
Yeah.
I love Larry.
Oh, Larry's the
love
greatest,
you.
man. Larry's
Yes.
great. Larry, get me back, man. Get me back. Come on. I love TAC Ops.
Oh, I love it too.
Yeah.
It's
good.
so much fun.
Oh,
it's
it's
so
a great
much
time.
fun.
The guys
Yeah.
are great. Instructors are great. Larry's great.
Yeah.
It's a great time. I think I did 4 of them,
Oh, really?
and I enjoyed it because it was like I got to hang out with the same group of guys
Yeah.
like every time, pretty much.
Hang out with your buds.
Yeah, man, it was cool.
Which city do you like best?
Oh
Conference.
man. Well, my favorite city I did was Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as like conference wise, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, the biggest one's New York.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun because I like having a big crowd.
It's a great venue.
Yeah, it's a great. The place was massive.
Yeah.
It's a huge venue.
Right.
That's a great conference. Nashville is great because it's Nashville. You get to go out in Nashville and stuff. A little smaller size conference, but
Yeah.
DC is good. But I would say my favorite in general as a whole would be probably New York.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, it's good.
I love Verona.
Just because it's so big. There's so much to do there.
Right.
You don't have to. You don't even have to leave the building. There's just so much shit.
Do you remember? Oh no, you missed it. So last year there's like a big snowstorm. I think it was
At
there
the
was
New
just-
York one.
Yeah,
I
maybe
didn't do New
maybe
York.
not a storm, but it snowed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very excited about that. Gosh, I think I'm gonna walk away from here like, oh, I could have talked about like all these other
I
things.
do it every episode.
Do you?
As soon as we turn these cameras off, they're just like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Why didn't I ask her name?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's shit like that. It's like, God, man, I forgot this. I forgot that.
What did
Every
she
time.
do for a living?
Every time, man. And I always have like notes, and then I'm just like off rail. I just go with it.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that it's more organic. So, okay. So what else? So next year will be real. Actually, I mean, even now, you kind of come to a crossroads
Yeah.
when you're small startup like myself, because I've been completely self-funded. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I have funded Thin Blue Line Coffee solely on my government salary,
Man.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
And but we're at a point now where it's like, okay, if we're going to scale, we need an investor.
Yeah.
And so that's when you start making some really, really big decisions that there are no takesies backsies on.
Yeah.
And so when you align yourself with that investor, it has to be the right union. And so I'm on the hunt for that perfect union, and I'm not necessarily in a rush. I'd rather find someone that's
Yeah.
genuinely interested and passionate about, our mission. And I feel strongly that we're going to find that right person.
Oh, you will.
When the
Look,
time is
everything.
right.
Everything else is falling right in line.
Oh, yeah.
for you,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just patience and faith, man.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, TJ, it's fun, but it's gnarly. So I think maybe as time goes on, I'll be a little bit more comfortable
Yeah.
talking about like how hard it can really be.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough. I try to be as open as I can be with stuff
Mhm.
without like getting too personal, because you don't always want to get too personal, but
Sure.
sometimes you just throw it out there.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, dude, you write a book about some pretty personal things, so just put it out there, you know?
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
don't know. It is tough though, putting certain things out there for people.
Yeah. You do a really good job though. Your book was fantastic about just getting candid. And
Yeah.
that must have given you like a layer of protection because you're not talking about it. You can just secretly write about it.
Yeah.
But then of course when you get on a podcast
It's
and someone wants to
therapeutic.
ask you.
Yeah.
You think so?
You're the first one to ask about the reverse walker.
Still to this day?
Yeah, no, on a podcast, no one else asked me about it.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
Guess you got to read the book.
Guess you got to go to the podcast.
Yeah, read the book. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I appreciate you coming on.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
How long have we been chatting for?
I don't know. It is
20 minutes.
It is 3:45.
What time we start?
1? No. Was it 1? 1:30?
No way.
I think so. I'll have to check the timer when we turn
Okay,
it
that's
off.
crazy. Yeah, shut me down. Get me out of here.
Get you out of here. You got to drive.
I'll start. No, I don't care about that, but I'll just start talking about like
Maybe it was later. I'm bad with time.
crazy things.
I should put a clock in here. I need to put a clock in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your next guest?
Next week, we haven't nailed down the time yet, but I'm recording with Zach Geloff, who is the starting second baseman for the Oakland Athletics.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now Las Vegas A's.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so pro baseball player. First pro athlete coming on the podcast.
Fantastic.
So we're excited to get him over here. It's going to be cool.
Good. Does he like coffee?
I'm sure he does.
Okay.
We'll hook him up.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, only if he likes
Yeah.
coffee.
That's the next guest. That's the next recording. I think it's the next recording we have.
Okay.
No, I'm wrong. Amanda has a recording coming up in a couple of days, but I can't remember who her guest is. But Zach's my next guest.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, that's where we are.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming over. I know it's a little bit of a
Welcome.
drive, a little bit of a trek.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
easy.
good. Yeah.
It's easy. I said I would do this from the very beginning. So
Yeah, you did. We made it happen.
I
We'll do it
you're
again.
Good. Okay. Yeah.
We'll do it again. All right,
Sounds
thanks.
good. All right.